Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back for another video. Just took a shower, my hair's all wet. But anyway, kind of wanted to talk about different topics. Kind of change it up a little bit because I talk about Ryan a lot, and which is important. But I like kind of just go over different topics and see what sticks, and kind of make my video or make my channel about whatever is important and whatever is interested and whatever I think is interesting, and whatever on the top of my head, because that's why I do my best stuff. Kind of want to talk about addiction today. I know a lot of people struggle with that. I've struggled with a lot of addictions. Mainly, the biggest one was alcohol. I'm 6 years sober this year, I know a lot of people struggle with stuff like that and struggle with shame and stuff like that, and it's something that needs to be talked about more. We don't talk about that enough. And I've also struggled with different other addictions. I've got addiction to Diet Coke. I can binge eat. I can eat real unhealthy, sugary foods. I dig at different people's opinions. I can do that. I dig into everything. Anything that can make you addicted, I can get addicted to, and I got a lot of stuff that I struggle with, and just something that needs to be talked about more. Something that's really helped me a lot is that I've seen around online and different addiction kind of web pages. It's called the baseline method, and what you do is you just take, like if you're struggling with something, you just record it for a week, or whatever time you want to do, and see how many times you not even putting judgment on it, or not even like struggling to try to fix it. Just look at it, just record how many times you screw up on something, whatever it is, or relapse, whatever you want to call it, and then just decrease that number instead of going, totally, completely sober. A lot of people, it's hard for. The perfectionist, it's hard to stop, because I'm like that. I can be a perfectionist on myself. So if you just take that and just take the shame out of it, and you can barely see my head there, and just record it, and then do like a 7-day baseline, and then after that, look how many times you screwed up, and then just try to decrease it by 50% or whatever. So like you screw up 2 times, try to go 1 time or 0 times, and then you can go even more. Like if you go 7 days, you can go 8 days or whatever, and then you're just moving that bar up, instead of like going, I got to go 90 days, stay sober for 90 days, and then you screw up and then got crap, or whatever time you want to give it, and then you go crap, and then you got to start over, and then you don't want to start over because it's like crap. But if you do that, those small baselines, you can build momentum, and that's helped me more, and that's helped me to try to fight these addictions, and so something that's helped me. And we all have addictions. Everybody's got an addiction to something. It could be addiction to people's opinions. Facebook. A lot of people. Who's not addicted to their phone? There ain't one person on earth that ain't addicted to their phone. So everybody's addicted to something, and so we all need to work on something. None of us are perfect. So yeah, just something that's helped me. And I've struggled with that for a long time. And something I'm a part of AA too, and something they always talk about that's really helped me too is it's a term, you're only as sick as your secrets, and that's true for me, and that's true for anybody, because the more we hide that, the more we're dishonest with ourselves and with everybody else, the more that addiction feeds, because addiction feeds in still can't see my head, I keep on doing that. Addiction feeds in secrecy and the shame. Shame is a secrecy. It's like you don't want, don't talk about it because somebody might judge me. And when you realize that most people don't judge you anyways. Like if you're honest with somebody, they're pretty much, that fear is always in your head more than it is in reality. And when you just get it out, you're free. You're free from you're free from it, and it's a lot easier to fight that. And also, you just become a better person, and the shame goes away, and all that stuff goes away that you've been fighting for. Like for me, like all my life, And so honesty is something that's really helped me. you know, and I've seen it a lot that a lot of people that I've tried to help, you know, they go through the same thing. The you know, there's a shame and you know, a lot of people are just addicted to shame more than anything. You know, it's more than addiction, it's just a shame. It's the, you know, if you're the addictions, if you're just out in the open about it, they probably go. A lot of them seem they would go away more because you're not, you know, if you're doing it out in the open, it doesn't become as fun. But if you're doing it in that secret, like shame kind of way, then you kind of like keep that addiction because you're like doing it. It's like it's your own little thing, and you know. These different things that we're all addicted to, like, you know, I mean, some people are addicted to heavy stuff like drugs and alcohol and, you know, that kind of stuff. That's serious. And some of the stuff, like, it's still serious, but it's not as serious. Like if you're addicted to Facebook or Diet Coke. I mean, Diet Coke can get you because it's not good for you, but it takes a lot longer to get you. And like food, I mean, being addicted to food is not good. But it takes a lot longer to get you than if you're addicted to other stuff, and you know. So I don't know where I was going with that. I kind of lost my train of thought. I'm getting a lot older now, so I kind of lose my memory. You know, today I was walking in the room. I forgot what I was doing in there, so I'm starting to lose it anyway. But yeah, just these things are to me are important. You know, and I've helped. You know, I first got sober in 2008, and I had had about 10 relapses since then, and they weren't like bad relapses. Thank God. They were, you know, a couple of days. One lasted a week, which was really bad because I remember going through it and feeling that, you know, I didn't think I was like, alcohol didn't get a hold of me like it did before, but I was starting to get real depressed and just sitting in my room all day, which I did when I drank, and I was like, I finally snapped myself out. I was like, I got to quit this. And, so I finally got sober for good in 2014. I haven't drank since May 3rd, 2014. It was my last drink, and yeah, and a lot of people have helped me. You know, I've had a lot of people that have supported me down that path, and you know, they really helped me. My wife, one of them, you know. A lot of people in AA program have helped me. A couple of guys that are self-development, self-help guys have helped me. And, you know, one guy, you know, has helped me a lot, you know. I mean, a lot of people have helped me a lot, but a couple of people in self-development have really taken a liking to, you know, one guy's has gone through the same stuff I did, so he kind of learned, and it was kind of cool to get that help, you know. But yeah, it's first thing is really just to be honest with yourself, and kind of, you know, not saying just being honest cures the addiction, because it doesn't. It takes a lot of work, and you gotta. I mean, people get sober in different ways, but what worked for me was 12 steps and just getting all that stuff on paper and being honest about it, you know, because it's, you know, just how it is. But it's just it's a better way of life, you know. And I'm still struggling with some stuff, but I got the alcohol out of hopefully I got alcohol out of my life, but you know, I can, you know, I quit drinking, you know, like I said in 2014 last time, but I can do other things addiction wise, you know, that are not even, you wouldn't even think, like I was talking to my wife today about this. I'm not a person that can drink one Diet Coke or, you know, eat a little bit. I usually, you know, if I eat bad, I usually go crazy, you know. I'm just that kind of person, you know. I do everything full force, and that, you know, so I'm just not one of, even when before addiction like really took a hold of me, with alcohol, like I would drink quick. I'd drink beer like water, and people would always say, you know, when you drink, it's like you go from sober to drunk. You don't even have like the buzzing. You just go like full force, and it hits you. And that's how it was. But yeah. So, I mean, if you're struggling with something, reach out to somebody that can help you. You know, there's, you know, if it's alcohol or drugs or whatever, there's online meetings, and you can get phone. They post phone numbers every day. So there's people out there that can help you. You know, no reason to struggle. You know, and just to be real, like honest with everybody, because I'm full. This is full disclosure. I mean, my addiction with alcohol took me pretty far down. You know, as far as where, you know, I don't talk about this a lot, but as far as like my last couple of years, or maybe last 2 years of drinking, I didn't want to live. You know, I thought about suicide every day, but I was too scared to do it. So I would just pray that I wouldn't wake up in the morning. That's how bad I got. That's how depressed I got. But you know, and when you're in that, you don't see a way out of it. You think your life is over. There's nothing that can come good out of this. You know, my life is not going to get any better, and you don't see the future. You just see where you're at right now. And I'm lucky what happened. Getting sober, my life took the best turn. You know, I mean, I found somebody that loved me. I've married a gorgeous woman. I got a kid. I never saw that when I was drinking. You know, I didn't see that. You know, I just saw pain and all that. But you know, so you know, it's just one of those things that it get. You know, if you're struggling through it, it gets better. You know, just take it one day at a time, and you get enough 24 hours. You win enough 24-hour battles, and life gets better. You know, and it takes a while. I remember, man, it took me a long. Some people would do it quicker than others. So everybody's different. But I remember the first time I went to AA meeting, and they, you know, the first time somebody said I was smiling, and because I didn't have any joy for a long time, and you know, so yeah, I just, man, life gets better, you know, and it's just for me, it was a better way of life, you know. It's you know, but yeah, if you're struggling with it, yeah, the baseline method really helps, you know, for me, and that, you know, that way you're not, because a lot of times, and it really just take this one day at a time. You can't look at you can't look at, you know, 3 years in the future. You'll go crazy, you know. If you think, crap, I got to stay sober forever, you're going to go out and get drunk that night. You got to take it, that one little thing, you know. And even if you got to break out of it a little bit at a time, you can do that, you know. I mean, not giving an excuse to go back to it, but some people learn different ways than others. But I don't know. It's just well, just little tricks I've learned, you know, and people that have helped me and took me under their wing, you know, and you know. So, and I really hope my kid doesn't suffer from this. I mean, I guess time will tell, because I gave him the gene. I mean, he's got the gene, you know, part of me, you know, part of me is part of him, but hopefully he doesn't suffer from this. So I'm hoping, but if he does, I'll take it where I got to, you know, I'll help him where I can, you know, and hopefully we'll get through it. So, yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, and because so it, you know, it's not talked about, you know, it's not addiction is not talked about. It's one of those things that we're supposed to not talk about, you know, and then we think people will just work on their own or get sober on their own. It just doesn't happen. The more secretless anything is, the more it's going to grow. You know, it's just one of those things that you got to really face it, and you got to talk to somebody, and you got to be honest. And you know, just because somebody don't want to hear it, you know, if you don't, you know, if people don't want to hear the truth, then doesn't mean it's not true just because they don't want to hear it. You know, I believe in, especially last couple of years, I believe in being full disclosure. You know, I'm not always, but I try to be, and I try to check myself, because when I was drinking and really getting screwed up, blacking out almost every night, I kept stuff to myself. So I said when I got sober, I got to be more honest. I got to keep things in the front, you know, and you know, the people that like me will like me no matter. You know, that's the thing about life is just be yourself, because people that really like you are not going to care. They're not going to be like, oh crap, I can't believe you told me that, and leave. They're people that really care about you are going to be there, and people that don't are not going to be there anyways. They're going to find a reason. So you might as well be yourself. You know, that old saying is be yourself because everybody else is taken. I don't know who said that, but it's a good quote. Yeah, I hope this has helped maybe somebody that's going through that. You know, it's you know, And I was, you know, if you can, one last thing, I know a lot of people that are sober, they drink non-alcoholic beers. If you could do that, that's cool. You know, I mean, if it helps you, because it's a substitution. It never worked for me. I've tried it and I've relapsed because it tasted too much like beer to me. So, you know, I couldn't do that. But a lot of people can, you know. So just you gotta see what works for you, you know. And if you have a couple like slips and relapses, you know, it's part of the game. Don't worry about it. Just don't let it fool to back to where you were. Just okay, I screwed up, and don't feel shame about it. Just get back up, you know, because shame keeps us down, you know. It's a different, definitely bad thing, and we all have it. But try to work on it. Try to, for me, anyways. I'm just talking about me. Just try to work on, you know, talking to somebody. Even if it's talking to my wife about it, you know. She usually doesn't get. No, she never gets upset when I talk to her about it. She might get. If I did something stupid or something, she might get upset for a minute. But she usually just. She knows me, so she knows I'm a weirdo. Yeah, I guess that's about all I was going to talk about today. I just want to kind of discuss that, and hope you all having a good Friday. I've been off all day. I saw my son earlier, and you know he's still in the hospital, and hopefully he's going to get to go to Boston soon, and see what happens. And I'm kind of hopefully soon, and thank God they're back on. They're on my insurance now. We had a little thing in August where we're rushing to get them on my insurance, and he's on my insurance, so thank God for that. You know, we definitely had a lot of blessings. He's had a hard first year, but you know that's the only way you grow in this world is to go through struggle. You don't grow through struggle. You don't grow when everything's not good. You know, you gotta go through those struggles. You know, and it's weird to say, but I'm kind of blessed about it. I'm kind of happy that I was picked to go through this because you know we need it. You know, I mean, I don't want to wish it on anything on him, but now that we have to go through it, I think it's a good thing. I've learned a lot of stuff from the NICU, from what he's going through, and I would never know that before. You know, I didn't even know what the NICU. I didn't even know what that was. I had no idea what the NICU. I never heard that word until he was in there. You know, the first day he was in there, then I heard it. So, but he's doing great. He's 18 pounds, and my wife's doing good. But yeah, everything's good. Man, I keep on sitting up too high. Look at my head's being shaved off. Anyway, but yeah, everything's good. He's doing good. He's hitting. He's like doing this a lot. I can see my hand like that, and he's kicking. He kicks hard, man. I'm scared of him. And only a couple more years before he can take me. I think I've said that before, but it's true. Yeah, get him in a jiu-jitsu class maybe. Get him in tournaments, you know. Anyway. Hope you're all having a good weekend, good Friday. I was off today, and I already said that, but it was a good day. I slept a lot. You know, that's what old people do because I'm getting old. And weed eat and took care of the yard, but yeah, everything is good. I'm going to try to make some different videos, different topics, and hope you all like them. But I just kind of want to talk about addiction today and something that was on my mind, something I've struggled with, and if you struggled with it, you know, it's okay. You don't need to be shameful about it because it's a thing that happens. Just get help because a lot of people don't. You know, a lot of people are not fortunate enough to get help. So get help, you know, and life gets better. You know, give it some time, and life does get better. It did for me, and it's done for a lot of people I know. It's gotten better for. You know, I don't think anybody's gone into recovery or whatever. Said, "Damn, I wish I was still drinking." You know, nobody. I've never heard anybody say that had a problem with drinking saying, "Wow, I went out a couple more years and I got better." It doesn't get better; it just gets worse. It's progressive disease, and it gets worse. So, but just like alcohol's progressive, recovery is the other way. So you work on it and it gets better. You know, and life gets amazing. You know, so if you're struggling with it, just reach out, take it one day at a time. Have somebody work with you because you need somebody that knows what they're doing, and life gets better. Everybody I know it's gotten better. That worked the program has gotten better. If you, I've never heard nobody say it didn't work for them. You know, if they really applied themselves to it. But yeah, I just kind of want to talk about today, and I'll bring up another topic next week. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll try to make another video Monday. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.